Hi, OmoIgbo here. Thanks in advance for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on my journey with agnosticism. 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 Check out my deconversion story, part 1, my religious upbringing, yada yada yada, and part 2, where I talk about what made me actually give up religion once and for all. There was no turning back after that. Okay, thanks. This video is about what the heck I even believe right now, and I'm not even sure I know what that is. After my second year of college, when I gave up religion, or logging off as I like to phrase it, I didn't immediately label myself as agnostic. The term felt too foreign to me to use as a label for myself. It was something that other people did, not me. I don't often get asked what I believe because most people in my home community, that is my Nigerian community, assume that I'm Christian, and they have no reason to believe otherwise. It's not like I walk into a party and see my uncle and go, uncle, hi, how are you? I don't believe the Bible and I think you're foolish for doing so. How's auntie? No. At the time, I kept my opinions to myself and I didn't really think too much about what I believed. So when I decided to do this vlog, I then had to really think about what my journey had been and where I am right now and what I believe, to be able to talk about it outside my own head and have it make sense. I did some amazing reflecting on my life. This was about 2-ish years ago. Through that reflection, I realized that I had a lot of stuff that I had left unfinished. The what comes next after you log off. I was just wandering around in this land of non-belief, not thinking about what the next steps were for me. I went right to my beef with the idea of God or gods or some kind of higher power, that whole idea. I felt like I had to be able to explain my beliefs on this particular subject to other people. And it's hard to explain because I don't have any concrete labels to cling to, at least none that I've researched or understood thoroughly enough to say, hey, that is what I believe in. But I'll try anyways. So, God, right? To me, that's the first thing I need to get my head around, is this idea of God or a higher power, right? First of all, what the hell does that even mean? What qualifies as God? Would God be that thing that set our existence into being at some point? God Almighty, beginning and end type of God. All-knowing, all-powerful, and all good. I sometimes think of that idea of God as the capital G or big G God. I don't believe that exists. Definitely not the Bible version of that God. I would only believe that if this God told me directly to my face. Like, he couldn't DM me an explanation of what happened. He'd have to show up to my house with a pizza and blessings and a photo ID for me to believe in that type of God. And he'd have a lot of explaining to do. So what about small g God? To me, that God means any type of spiritual entity that is more powerful than we as human beings or any other life on earth. Maybe it did create us, but it's not as all good, all knowing, and all powerful as we think it is. Maybe there's more than one of those small g gods, I don't know. To me, the small g God idea is a smidge more likely than the capital G God, but not by a whole lot. I'm not convinced of that most days. Look, I don't even believe it's possible to ever truly know how everything, like the universe, started. I don't think it's possible. I think there's a lot we don't understand. Let's say that God does show up to my house with a pizza, and I ask him, how did you come into existence? What would his answer be? I've always been around. That is not a great answer. What answer could he possibly give me in the moment that's gonna make me think, oh, okay, that makes sense? Nothing. Man, we as humans are bound by so many limits. That's why I don't believe any of these religions out here. Anyone who claims to know what the hell is going on is downright outrageous to me. You don't know. And the only way you, myself, anyone else is going to know is when you end this current life. Once you close your eyes forever and die, that is the only way you are going to ever know with 100% certainty what is happening next. If anything does come next, it would be so completely and fully incomprehensible to anything we are even capable of imagining. No human being in mankind's history has ever come close to understanding the everything, like the beginning of the universe, or where the universe came from, or where matter came from, or how anything even started, how this life that we now experience even started. Nobody knows. What happened before that? Why was there just a bunch of energy and particles spontaneously existing and then not? Those little glutons and quarks that they talk about that kind of ignited the Big Bang, why were they there and where did they come from and where did they go when they weren't existing? Here, I don't know. Maybe humans one day will understand where we came from or something about our creator or creation, but never will we understand the everything. That's not possible. Not with this setup, as in this life, this current setup. We are not going to be able to. This is one of those questions that I'll always have, knowing full well that it's unanswerable, and I am okay with that most days. After the whole, is there a God, is there not a God? Question number 2, what happens when you die? Do we have a soul? I want that to be true. It'd be cool to be something else after this, right? That would not be terrible, maybe. As long as it wasn't hell, right? I feel good about my decision on that. I'm going no with the hell idea. Maybe we have a soul or a metaphysical something. Again, we as humans are bound by so many limits that I don't know. And I've never really had any sort of spiritual experience or metaphysical experience. Weird stuff has happened to me, but I am a pretty hardcore skeptic, so I usually chalk all that stuff up to coincidence. I sometimes wonder if maybe I haven't put in enough effort in trying to make a connection with some type of spiritual world. But I don't want to, and I don't feel I need to. Supernatural things definitely scare me. As much as I talk about how I don't believe in demons and witchcrafts, that shit definitely creeps me out. I blame my mom. I had an overdose of the spiritual world in my childhood, okay? My mom was always talking about witches, wizards, evil spirits, demons. Not just any ordinary demon. Blood-sucking demons. The world around us was just filled with those dangers on an everyday basis. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would do warfare prayer at night. She would be yelling, jumping, casting, binding, praying, Father, in the name of Jesus, I bind you and I cast and oh God, arise, I bind you. Just praying for hours in her room, that hot ass room of hers. I'd come out if I had to pee or something like that, and she'd tell me that I needed to stay in my room. I needed to stay in my room because those demons and spirits she was fighting would be wandering the hallways looking for somebody, and so I should stay in my room so they don't find me and enter me or something. I don't know. That's fucked up, right? I was scared whenever there was any of these prayers going on, whether at church or at home, that if I was in the hallway that a spirit would catch me, so I'd have to run from door to door. It was crazy. And I don't know if it's because of that or because I was just a naturally scared kid. Everything as a child scared me. I was a very alert child. Nighttime was the worst. Couldn't sleep. Jurassic Park scared the crap out of me. I could not sleep. I was in fear that a dinosaur would come to my house. Just the images, the scary images, sounds, the music, everything would scare me. Even now as an adult, if I think too much about a movie that I had seen in the past, I'll get scared and have to turn on the lights. I don't fuck with horror movies, anything scary, Halloween, zombies, all that is not, I don't do it. I don't like satanic shit. I don't fuck with Wiccans. I'm not summoning no demons as a joke. I'm not putting no mysterious marks on my body. I'm not drinking any potions or whatever food they give me, no type of rituals out in anybody's religion. I'm not participating in any weird rituals or bowing down or praying or saying incantations to any god in any of these religions out here. That's not my thing. That fear is something that I can't shake, even though I've shaken off the religion itself. The fear is deeply enrooted into my core, and it's not something you wake up and just lose overnight. I'm a scaredy cat, and I own it, and I don't care. I'm just trying to sleep peacefully at night. Jeez, don't judge me. Long story short, even though I am a scaredy cat, I have not been convinced of a spiritual world. But the idea of a spiritual world is way more likely to me than the idea of a god. I can believe random, listless entities roaming around the world that we cannot communicate with. They haven't talked to me though yet, so jury is still definitely out. I guess that's why I don't call myself an atheist. I'm still sorting out my thoughts and beliefs regarding the metaphysical realm. I have zero belief in the Bible or any other religious text, so I don't even argue about that sort of thing with people. I'm unconvinced that prayer or any type of communication with a higher power or spiritual entity is possible, and definitely not communication in the way that's laid out in the most popular religions. And I don't believe that we have any type of set meaning or purpose in life. None of that destiny stuff for me. And I understand for many people, thinking that there's no purpose in life can be a pretty depressing thought, but For me, I find it liberating. And so I got a tattoo that says I am free. It comes from that feeling of liberation once I realized that there's no set purpose in life. From the moment that I felt that feeling, my life has not been the same. Knowing that I can do anything I want with this life that I have. I can choose my own morals and I can choose my own values. I'm accountable only to myself to live the type of life I want. All I know for sure is that I have one shot at experiencing this thing called life. Each day, I feel grateful that I'm still here, and I hope that you are too. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.